How's it going, Tamers? It's your boy, Ghostly Games here, and I am back with another versus video for y'all today. Now, on the left, it's going to be MirageGaoGamon versus Alphamon. I know, two Alphamon videos back to back. Ghostly, what's going on? Well, my buddy who misplayed wanted to redeem himself, so he decided, I'll properly play it this time. And hopefully he keeps his word with it. But with all that being said, looks like Alphamon's going to be going first. They're going to start the match by hatching a Dorimon from BT7, then evolving it into a BT7 Dorumon, and then they're going to pass the turn by going for 2 into the BT7 Dorugamon. Right. The Mirage is going to draw for turn, hatch a Wanya. They're going to Digivolve it to a Galmon from BT11. Then they're going to go for 2 into an EX4 Gaoga. And then for 3 into the BT11 Mont Gaoga. That's going to pass the turn. Alphamon's going to draw. They're going to keep what, or it looks like they're going to keep the Daruga in Raising. Yeah, that's the move. They're going to play a Cool Boy for 2. Looking at top 3, they add a Dex Daruga. So that's for sure going to be for follow-up. And then they're going to play a Coda. Looking at top 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like they're going to add the BT13 Alphamon to hand. That's going to pass the turn. Their Mirage is going to draw for turn. Ooh, looks like they're kind of hesitant on like coming up with a play. Looks like they're going to go for 3 on play. Galmon from EX4 is going to make both players draw 1. That's going to... Oh, it doesn't pass the turn. So now they just have... Now any play they do is just going to pass the turn. Yeah, the Mirage player, he fanned out his hand to show his buddy, yeah, no, he did kind of open cringe. And it looks like for 2, he's going to go into Alphamon. Alphamon, when Digivolving, she's going to tuck another level 3 from their hand under to give her jamming for the turn, but it's not going to do anything. Coda sets the memory to 3, and then Alphamon's going to draw for turn. They're going to promote the Daruga. They're going to X-Evolve it into Dex Daruga. When Digivolving, they are going to trash a Oriumon from hand to gain 1 memory. So now they're at 4. Then Cool Boy's going to suspend himself to gain 1 and draw 1 since X-Antibody Digivolved into a Digimon of the same level. Then they're going to go for 3 into the BT13 Dorugreymon. Looking at top 3, they're going to place, ooh, lucky find, a BT7 Dorugreymon. Dorumon's going to tuck 1 under. Dorumon's going to gain 1 memory, Dorumon's going to draw 1, and they properly trash the excavation. So that's very nice. Progress is being made. Now, Alphamon's currently at 3 memories, so they could set up a searcher. Looks like they're just going to go for the memory choke. Setting the opponent to 1 when Digivolving, they're going to place a Oriumon under, and then they're going to lock play cost of 10 or more from attacking the player. And then it looks like end of turn skill, BT13 Dorugray is going to tuck a Dorumon from hand under, gaining them another memory. Continuing their turn at 0. Though looks like the Mirage player is just making sure that like all the proper like effects did go off in proper timing. looks like they're trying to resolve, like, oh yeah, this is how he gained a second Dorumon under. Oh, and then the Mirage player looks like he just realized he's not the biggest brain. But it happens. I like how I'm just roasting myself here. Anyways, and then looks like... what do they plan to do? They really are thinking here. Man, both players are pretty hesitant in these first opening moves. Jeez. Looks like Alphamon's gonna go in for a swing. I believe this is gonna be 2 checks. First, it's a Nikolai. Nice. And the second one is just a MirageGaoGamon. Orimon's gonna unsuspend him. Now, he does currently have block and retaliation from the Dex Darugamon. So that could be an issue that comes up during Mirage's turn. And he has his own protection. Oh, looks like it's going to be a combo for 2. So now play cost is 7 or less, can't swing, and cards can't be added to the security. Which, that last part is more against the yellow, but I mean, it's still a good effect. Mirage is going to draw for turn. They're just moving Congo over so they know, oh yeah, no. It's my effect, but you're the one who has the turn. Oh, looks like for 4, Mirage is gonna retaliate with the Soul Rai, trashing top 4. But the Alphamon player thought it was bottom 4, but they were able to clarify, no, it is top 4. So Alphamon goes -4 resources, and now until the end of the opponent's turn, Digimon with no Digivolution sources on their side can swing. And then memory gets set to 3. Alphamon draws, then Hachi is a Doraemon. Shuffling their hand, trying to think, what is the biggest brain move I can do? Man, this guy's really thinking here. I could probably think... I feel like Cool Boy would be the smart move. Ah, there it is. Cool Boy for 2. Looking at top 3. They're going to add the Ryudomon. Rest gets sent to bottom. Very fun. Very human combos, indeed. Oh, looks like he accidentally dropped one of his cards. Fun. And then Dory's going to become a Ryuda. 1 draw. Then Alphamon's going to go in for 2 checks. First is a BT4 Thomas. On play, he draws Mirage 1. And then second check is going to be a Lanamon. Orimon's going to unsuspend the Alphamon. So he doesn't have blocker and retaliation anymore, but he still has the protection. And then looks like they're just going to go into, or the Ryuda into the BT7 Daruga to memory choke again. Looks like Mirage is going to promote the MirageGaoGa. So starting the main phase, Nikolai's going to be forced to trigger, giving the MirageGaoGa jamming for the turn. And then since Alphamon's at more than 8 cards in hand, or at 8 or more cards in hand, one of his inherited effects is that he gains 1,000. So he's currently 8k. So he's going to go 8k with jamming into security. Wanimon's going to draw him 1. He's going to hit a Doru Greymon. Then he is going to suspend the BT4 Thomas to unsuspend the MirageGaoGa, and then he's just going to swing again. So this is going to be one check, hitting a Dex Doruga. Now, I don't know if this is the smartest move here. I mean, he knocked out 2 security, which isn't bad. It's just, the opponent has an Alphamon that's unsuspended, so he can immediately punish. Lanimon's gonna crash into a Dex Doruga and dies to it. Big sad. He's gonna take a quick read at Alphamon's effects. Man, it's cursed seeing an Alphamon's top Digivolution card be a Doraemon. That's kind of cursed in my opinion. Not as bad as saying an Oryuken with no Digivolution sources, but that was in the last Alphamon video. That's not this one. I sure hope. And then it looks like they're gonna go for 3, the blue memory boost. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like they're going to add the Gaomon from looks like BT13, and they're gonna pass turn. Coda sets the memory to 3. Then they're gonna promote Doruga, then Dex evolve it into Dex Doruga. His effect is going to trash 1 to gain 1. Gains block and retaliation. Coolboy then suspends to gain him 2 and drawing him 2. And that card that Doruga got rid of looks like another Orion. And then Doruga is going to tuck under a Dorumon, gaining them 1 memory. Jeez, man, this Alphamon player is going nuts. Oh, speaking about Alphamon, here comes another BT13 one, causing another lock by tucking 1 under. Oh, no, looks like he's just gonna forgo it. And then Oryuken pops out for 7. 1 draw. End of turn effects. So, first, Doruga, the BT13 Doruga is going to place a BT13 Doruga under. And then Oryuken's gonna get rid of Doruga, Alphamon, Doruga, the BT7 Doruga, and Ryudomon, gaining them back 5 memory, sending the memory back to 0. Oryuken's gonna swing in, hits MirageGaoGa, and then Alphamon swings in for game. Going into game 2, looks like Mirage is gonna let Alphamon go first again. So Alpha's gonna evolve the Dory into Ryuda and then into a BT13 Doruga. And that's gonna pass the turn. Mirage draws, hatches a Wanya, then goes into the BT13 Gaomon. Then they're gonna play an EX4 Gaomon, making both players blow. And then that's gonna pass the memory at 1. Alphamon's gonna draw. They're just gonna play a Cool Boy for 2. 1, 2, 3. Dang, that was a perfect snipe. Adding the limited Doruga on. That's gonna pass the memory back at 1. So they're really just memory choking here. It's kind of sus. Mirage is gonna draw for turn. And then they're gonna swing in with the Gaomon. Dies to an Alphamon. No big shocker there. And then they're gonna go, sending the opponent to 1 with a GaoGamon in the back. That's gonna pass the turn at 1. Alphamon draws. Now they do have Go Boy set up, so they basically are at 2 if they have the Dex Doruga. Oh, I think they have it. I think they're gonna have the Dex Doruga. Yep, there it is. Dex Doruga's effect is gonna gain him 1 by trashing 1 from hand. Gains block and retaliation. Cool Boy's gonna then suspend himself to gain 1 and draw 1. Then Greymon comes out. When Digivolving, it's going to tuck 1 from hand specifically under him to prevent him from having his DP reduced and be destroyed by a card effect. So they're going to place under a BT13 Dorugamon. Dorugamon's going to draw in 1. And they currently have an Oriyomon in trash already because of the Dex Doruga. And then looks like they're going to go for 4 into the Alphamon. Alphamon skill, it looks like it plans to tuck under the Oriyomon. There we go. And that's going to pass the turn. MirageGaoGamon can't swing with play costs of 10 or more at the play. And that Alphamon has blocker and retaliation. That's kind of nuts. Looks like they might keep on raising the Gaoga. Kind of risky. BT11 Galmon comes out, looking at top 3. They're going to add the Mock Gaoga and the Thomas from BT13, and then the Lonely Galmon gets trashed. Kind of weird that Galmon trashes. I never liked that effect, but I mean that part of the effect, but it is what it is. And then for 3, they're going to evolve the Gaoga into an EX4 Mock Gaoga. That's going to pass the turn at 2. They're going to unsuspend, draw, hatch a Doraemon, evolve it into a Promo Sunariza. Ooh, now they're cooking with propane. Now they could go in for 2 checks with Alphamon if they really wanted to. So they're going to go in with Alphamon, 2 checks. First check, Gaoga. Second check is a Galmon. So now they could potentially drop Mirage down to 1 security here. If that's really what they want to do. They're currently at 2 memory, so it's pretty safe. Oh, looks like they're just going to memory choke at 1. Looks like they're going to add a Dorugamon from that Ryuda. And that's going to pass the turn. Mirage is going to draw. Alphamon still has his own, like, remove from field protection, but he doesn't have blocker retaliation anymore. So Mirage draws for turn. They're asking for cards in hand. Looks like they're currently at 9 cards in hand. Which means shenanigans might start soon. Looks like Galmon's gonna go in for a swing at security. It's gonna hit a Yuji. Ooh, that's not good to hit. And then for 4, looks like they're just gonna play out of Thomas from BT13. So now they can't get memory choked. So a misplay was about to happen, but the Mirage player was able to call him out on it. Or notifying that Yuji only gains if an X antibody moves out. Though I think they might have forgotten to place back the memory. No, they put it back. Looks like Sunariza goes into Doruga and then into Dex Doruga. Dex Doruga is going to trash 1 from hand. Jeez, is that another Oriyomon? Anyways, Cool Boy's gonna suspend himself to gain 1 and draw 1. So that's 2 memory back in 1 combo. Jeez. Oh, Doruga looks at top 4, or top 3. Ooh, having to tuck under an Alphamon? Ooh, that is kind of cursed if you ask me. Yeah, that's gross. Yeah, that's really gross. Looks like Ryuta's gonna swing in. Oh, BT4 Thomas comes out. On play, he's gonna draw Mirage one card. Alphamon's gonna go in for 2 checks. Now this could potentially make or break it for Mirage here, depending on what the security is. Oh, it's a burst mode! Oh, Alphamon can't protect himself from dying from battle, so that Mirage really saved him there. Oh, that's wicked. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now that their main body is out of the board, it's going to be a little more complicated. I mean, if Mirage can't do anything their following turn, Alphamon just straight up wins the match here. But they're really thinking, they're hoping that Mirage can't do anything crazy next turn. But the memory's currently at 0. They could try to go deeper in the deck. They could try it. Yep, that's where they're going to go for 4-3. Ryutamon comes out. Ryutamon's going to look at top 3. Looks like they add a... Dorugamon? And that's going to pass the turn. So, MirageGaoGa is now up front. Then for 4, he's going to become a MirageGaoGamon. When Digivolving, he's going to bounce the Dorugrata hand. Then he's going to gain 1 memory for every 4 cards that Alphamon has in hand. Looks like they're going to gain 2 memories since Alphamon's at 11 cards in hand. Setting this turn back to 1 memory on their side. And then Mirage is trying to think, what can they do to potentially start making a comeback? Looks like they're gonna swing in. They're gonna crash into the Ryuta, knocking out 1 potential attacker. And then he's gonna unsuspend from MirageGaoGa since Alphamon has more than 8 cards in hand, and then Wanya draws them 1. They're really hoping they don't fumble this potential comeback here. Mirage is gonna swing in. Thomas is gonna make both players draw 1. So now Alphamon's at 12 cards in hand. And this is 1 check. It's a BT7 Doruga. The 1 burst mode they've seen so far is in trash, which is kind of unfortunate, but it happens. Looks like for 2, they're going to go into the EX4 Gaogamon, drawing 1 from Digivolving. And then when Digivolving, they're just going to bounce that last Ryutamon to hand. Now the opponent's at 13 in hand. Jeez. They're going to draw for turn, putting them at 14 cards. They're going to Digivolve the Doreen to Tsunariza, then into Doruga for 2. And that's... looks like it's going to pass the turn. Thomas sets the memory to 3. They're going to unsuspend all their stuff. And then they're going to Draw for turn. Hatch one. They're gonna go Wanya into BT13 Gaomon. And then for 3, MirageGaoGa. And Digivolving, he gains blocker, and for every 4 cards in the opponent's hand, he gains plus 2k. Looks like this is 14 cards in hand, so he's going up 6k, bumping him to exactly 13k, which is kind of ridiculous. And that DP stacks if he goes into MirageGaoGa, putting a 12k body to an 18k body, which is pretty nuts. Looks like Mirage is gonna go in for an attack. Wanya is gonna draw him 1, and then he's gonna unsuspend. Thomas is gonna make both players draw 1. Now he's at 15 cards, so he's gonna gain back 3 off of Mirage's effect. Since now Alphamon's at 15 cards. This is all 1 check, by the way. Yeah, he's at 15 cards. This is 1k, or no, 1 check. Doruga, or Dex Doruga, my bad. And then, I mean, depending on what that last card is, it could be the end of the match, or the end of the game. Oh, yeah, so Mirage swings over a Doruga in security. Now, they could just swing for the MirageGaoGa, but looks like out of respect, looks like they're just wanting to swing through with Mirage. So, MirageGaoGa currently has tied the match. So now, the all-important Game 3. Alphamon goes up first again. They're going to go into Sunariza, and then into BT7 Doruga. That's going to pass the turn. Mirage is going to draw. Then hatch a Wanya. They're just going to drop a Thomas for 4, sending the opponent to 2. So they can't get memory choked this match. Looks like Alphamon's going to drop a Yuji. That's going to pass the turn. Thomas sets the memory to 3. Looks like Mirage is going to drop a Nikolai. And then they're just going to pass. Looks like Mirage might be breaking, which is not good right now. Alphamon's going to keep the Darugan raising, and they're going to go Black Memory Boost. They're going to add BT13 Dorugray. And then Black Memory Boost sets itself to Battle Area, and there's the Cool Boy. Cool Boy's going to look at top 3. He's going to add the Ryudomon to hand. Rest gets sent to bottom. That's going to pass the turn at 2. Thomas is going to then proceed to set to 3 at the start of Mirage's turn. So Mirage draws for turn. Oh, looks like they found what they were missing, a rookie. Looks like Wanya becomes Gaomon, then into EX4 Gaoga. That Gaomon being from BT11, and then they're going to make the Gaoga into a MirageGaoGa from EX4. That's going to pass the memory at 2. Looks like now both players have kind of their setup going. Alphamon's thinking how they want to continue. Looks like they're gonna keep going deeper into their deck. They're gonna add that looks to be a BT13 Doru Gray, and that's gonna pass the turn. Mirage goes to 3. Now they're trying to think. Start of the turn. Start of the main phase. Nikolai's going to give jamming to the Mirage, and then the BT13 Mirage is going to bounce the Cool Boy to hand. They're going to gain 1 from Nikolai and gain 1 from Gaoga, sending the memory back to 1 on their side. So this is 12k with jamming. This is 8 cards in hand, so he's currently 13k. Oh no, he's currently 12k. So he can't just unsuspend himself. So he's going to... He's gonna swing. When attacking, MirageGaoGa is gonna unsuspend him, and then he's gonna draw him one. And then Galmon's gonna bounce the Ryuta to hand. It's no Ryuken, but he has jamming. The Mirage player forgot that, the Mirage player, he forgot he had jamming on it, so he thought he had to evade it. But then he realized, oh wait, I have jamming. And then looks like Mirage is gonna go back in for another swing. Thomas is gonna suspend himself, making both players draw one. And it's, oh, they bounced a cool boy only to counter another cool boy. And then they're gonna look at top three. They're up. There he is. There's Alphamon. Well, that's not gonna be fun to deal with. And then, oh, looks like they're gonna just set up a hybrid. They're gonna evolve the Nikolai into a Lanamon. One draw. When Digivolving, they're gonna tuck a Gaomon. Looks like the EX4 Gaomon under to give her jamming. And that's gonna pass the turn at 1. And then they're gonna draw, promote Daruga. Yuji's gonna gain him 1, draw him 1. Then evolve the Daruga into Dex Daruga. He's gonna trash 1 to draw, or to gain 1, gains block and retaliation. Kobo's gonna suspend to gain 1 and draw 1. So now they're at 4 memory. Jesus. Ridiculous. This Alphamon is so broken. Well, alright. It's good. It used to be stupid broken. Looks like they're gonna pop Black Mem to gain back 2 off the main delay. Then they're gonna go into BT7 Dorugray. Dorugray's effect is going to tuck 1 from hand under. Looks like they're gonna choose to go for a BT13 Dorugray. They're setting up the combo. That is nuts. So, and he can't have his DP reduced, and he can't be deleted by effects, and he has retaliation, and he has blocker. This is Wombo Combo Central. I'm telling you guys. This is Wombo Combo. This is Big Wombo. Big Wombo indeed. Now, every time that Alphamon has added a card to hand, that Mirage could have activated to place a Thomas on field without paying cost, but it looks like they just didn't have a target. Well, Alphamon comes out and places a Oremon under, so that's fun. End of turn, Dorugray is going to trigger. BT13 Dorugray is going to trigger, placing a BT7 Dorumon under, and Dorumon's going to gain him 1. Setting the memory to 0. And looks like he's strong enough to swing over the Mirage if he really wanted to. Yeah, looks like that's what he's going to do. He's going to go 1k over it, so he's 13k if I recall. Yeah. Punches over Mirage, and then he's going to punch over Lana. And then they're gonna drop another cool boy for 2 costs. Looking top 3. They're gonna add a BT9 Alphamon. And rest gets sent to bottom. And that's gonna pass the turn. Memory gets set to 3. Mirage is gonna draw. Hatch a Wanya. Go into a Galmon from BT11. Then into a Gaoga from BT13. And then for 3, into a MirageGaoGa from BT11. That's going to pass the memory at 2. Alphamon draws, unsuspends the Alphamon himself. Hatches a Dory. Dory evolves into Sunariza. They forgot to, they made sure to unsuspend the cool boys because that will matter in an X Anybody deck. Looks like Mirage still has... I think they still have all... Yeah, it looks like they have all their security left, while Alphamon is currently at 3 security left. Yeah, because the only swings Alphamon has done in Game 3 is just crashing over the bodies Mirage had on board. Alphamon's gonna swing in. Yuji's gonna suspend himself to place one from hand under him. So it's gonna place a Doruga under, giving him another 1k. Then he's gonna gain one from Dormon. Nikolai comes back, and then second check is a Thomas, drawing the one. Third check is a Gaoga, or Gaomon. Now, it looks like they might not have an Oryumon under. Then again, they might try something else. It might be that they're just missing the Oryuken. Yeah, no, wait. Yeah, they have the Oryumon under. They just don't have the Oryuken. So they're going to drop a Ryudomon for 3. They're going to add a BT13 Dormon. Now, are they gonna... Well, the memory's gonna go to 3, no matter what. It's just, do they want to set up the Sudoriza in the back? Or do they want to try to go deeper in the deck? Now, this Alphamon has been out for a turn, so he doesn't have blocker or retaliation. But he still has his effect protection, which is only once per turn. Oh, looks like they're going to go for going deeper in the deck, sending the memory to 3. Ryudomon's going to look at top 3. Adds a BT13 Dorugamon to hand. Let's go to bottom, and that's going to pass their turn. This can make or break the match here. Mirage draws for turn. Oh, they might have drawn the one thing they need to win the match. So, Nikolai gives the MirageGaoGa stack jamming for the turn for 4. There he is, BT11 Mirage. He's going to bounce the Ryu to hand. Then Nikolai's going to suspend himself to gain 1. Gaoga's going to gain 1. So that's already 2 memory. And then looks like they're gaining 3 from the Mirage. Jeez. Jeez. The opponent now has 13 cards in hand. Or the Alphamon player now has 13 cards in hand. They're going to go in... Yeah, they're gonna go in at security. Yeah, that looks to be the move. And then MirageGaoGa, I believe, is going... Yeah, MirageGaoGa is going to unsuspend himself. Gaomon is going... from under, is going to bounce the... is going to bounce the Ryuda. Mirage is going to unsuspend himself. Another cool boy, because why not? Oh, there's the Oryuken. Ruh-roh. That's not good. So, literally, if Mirage drops it, they lose. Oh, looks like they're going for the second check, hit a Black Memory Boost. They're gonna suspend the BT4 Thomas to unsuspend. And then now, they're trying to think how they could realistically come back. Because, oh, looks like they're going for it. They're gonna go burst mode by bouncing the Thomas. They're gonna attempt to bounce the Alphamon to hand. Alphamon's going to protect itself by placing one under, so they're gonna place a Dexdoruga under to prevent him from leaving the board. However, Mirage Burst Mode is still going to gain the memory back. So he's gaining back 3, sending him to 6. Mirage is going to go in for 1 check. His effect, when attacking, he's going to bottom deck cards from the opponent's hand until they only have 8 left. So it looks like they're going to bottom deck 7, but they're just counting until the opponent only has 8 cards. And then the rest is going to get sent to the bottom. This is 16k 1 check with jamming. Cool Boy's going to look at top 4. And so this is where some mean stuff happens. Full Moon Meteor impacts, hitting the opponent to 2. They really just don't want that Alphamon on board. Then they're going to gain back 2 since Alphamon's currently at 8 cards. And Mirage Burst Mode swings in for game. And that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. My buddies and I, we had a blast recording this. And funny enough, my friends actually were super concerned with me potentially throwing with that last play, but I knew what I was doing. I was being a little petty, but I was being big brain about my pettiness. Well, I do plan to have a few more videos up, hopefully within the next week or 2. But I actually am starting to live stream on Twitch, so I'll leave a link to that in the description below. And I'll be more constant on there, mainly because I'm going to be practicing a lot more for regionals coming up. And yeah, that's really going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.